Hi everyone, it's me Giovanni, and today I wanted to make this video to tell you some things. So first, the backrooms, the main backrooms level, was found. I watched a few videos about the backrooms. The original backrooms level that created this whole creepypasta or backrooms fandom, and that place is actually real. It was originally a furniture store, or at least the second story of a furniture store in Wisconsin that has been now turned into a racetrack, which I'm honestly okay with. But that second story was apparently going to be renovated anyways, especially due to water damage, which does explain why in the picture, the floor is like damp and wet, and it's like there probably would be some kind of smell. So, I mean, it makes sense. But that backroom, room is actually real. And I'm happy about that. It is indeed actually real, and even though it's not there anymore, it will be forever in memory to have in this world where it's the backrooms. Anyway, I also wanted to say that for some reason I saw Jeffree Star on my For You page, and I decided to check his YouTube channel to see if he's uploaded any videos today. And apparently he hasn't uploaded a video since almost a year. I mean, I didn't really care that much about Jeffree Star, so it's probably okay that Jeffree Star isn't on YouTube, at least not right now. But also, similar to how some other YouTubers that I've seen, like Keemstar or Jaden/Jalen, whose channel is now dead, inactive, which is honestly a relief because Jalen was an absolute sensitive bitch. Like, I don't care if Jalen is a girl, is a trans woman, because he's not. He's a man, especially due to his voice and the way he looks. He's a man. Okay, I don't care. He's a sensitive brat. But anyway, I'm just glad that I don't have to deal with those YouTubers anymore, because yeah, especially due to the drama involving them, it was just too much. Like, too much. Like Keemstar doxing people, Jalen being obviously a sensitive crybaby, a brat who clearly should know better. And for Jeffree Star aligning himself with Shane Dawson of all people. That's all I have for you. Anyway, the main topic that I wanted to get into is the Super Mario Bros. Timeline. Specifically, between each game, how much time takes place in each game. And I found something on Reddit. Now, so I just want to get into some of the stuff involving Super Mario. The canon story is that Mario and his brother Luigi were born in the Mushroom Kingdom, and when they were adults, and Mario and Luigi had multiple jobs. Mario was a carpenter during Donkey Kong, but then he became a plumber in Mario Bros. And then he and Luigi went through a pipe that transported them to their hometown of the Mushroom Kingdom when they hear about Princess Peach being kidnapped by Bowser. Now, I just want to point out that a YouTuber did a definitive timeline of the Super Mario series, and that Mario was not a plumber. His last job was carpenter, and that Donkey Kong 94 clarifies that Mario's last job is carpenter. But that's actually not true, because Nintendo actually officially states that Mario is a plumber, and that he and his brother went through the sewer pipes and transported into the Mushroom Kingdom. That's indeed a fact, especially with Super Mario Maker, with their official course being did somebody call a plumber? Now, I always question myself, why does Mario wear overalls anyway? But apparently I searched it up on Google, and that overalls were a thing. Were not just a thing in the late 1890s, but they were first invented in the late 1700s. So, regardless, they are accurate in the 1890s and the 1930s. And overalls were popular during the 1880s and 90s. So that would explain why Mario wore overalls in the first place. They were just popular. And honestly, I applaud Mario for wearing those. For wearing overalls. Oh, so, how much time is in between each game? People joke about how Princess Peach is kidnapped every week. But is she really? Well, and the lost level was less than 10 days after Super Mario Bros. 1, since The Lost Levels is a direct sequel to the original game. Super Mario Bros. 2 is not a direct sequel to the two games, and that even though it is canon, it's not after the original Super Mario Bros. 2. No. Super Mario Bros. 3 takes place after Super Mario Bros. 2, The Lost Levels, being 2 weeks later, apparently. Interesting. Meanwhile, Super Mario World takes place directly after Super Mario Bros. 3. The events of Super Mario Bros. 3 did actually take place. So, it wasn't just a stage play. More like a recreation of the actual events. For Super Mario 64, Yoshi says that it was a long time since their last adventure, which was probably Super Mario World anyway, and that AI originally confirmed, at least what I saw from yesterday, is that Super Mario 64 does take place after Super Mario World. So, yeah, about like a few or a couple of months maybe. And I'm not including the other games because there's just no possible way. Sean said, I would say the idea of Princess Peach being kidnapped once a week falls apart pretty quickly. But I call bullshit on that because Mario, Luigi, Princess Peach, and Bowser are pretty much the same ages as they are now. Mario and Luigi being 24 to 25 years old, being twins. Princess Peach being 23, and Bowser being 34, apparently. And they're probably the same age as they are now. So, Princess Peach being kidnapped every like once a week or so, I'm just gonna say I believe that would be true. Because, honestly, how the hell would a dragon turtle hybrid want to kidnap a princess and have a plan to kidnap her, like, would take a year or a month or so? That just doesn't make any sense. So, pretty much a week. A week. And I did some math, and 2 weeks is like 14 days, and less than 10, probably 9 days, and the additional 5 would also equal 14, being 2 weeks, and combine 2 weeks plus 2 weeks equals 4 weeks, which is 28 days. So, Super Mario Bros. 1 to Super Mario World would take place around 4 weeks. 4 weeks. I'm not kidding. I wish I was kidding, but I'm not. Also, I just want to say that even though Princess Peach doesn't have parents in the current timeline of Super Mario, she did have parents originally in Super Mario and the Super Mario Bros. Manual, and in Super Mario Bros. 3, the Nintendo, the comics. What I would say is that Peach's mother died before the events of Super Mario Bros. 3. That's why we don't see her in anything else aside from the Super Mario Bros. 1 manual. And a certain manga. And as for Peach's father, we don't know what happened to him. I mean, he was the king, but he wasn't like the main ruler because of his intelligence. His daughter was in charge of the kingdom, and her father either left, disappeared, died, or something. I don't know. But anyway, that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it or whatever. See you in the next one. Bye.